week after week, year after year. This morning, NAR settled officially for $418 million. Well, now all buyer compensation on the MLS will be eliminated. So all buyer brokers will have to figure out how they are being compensated. And if any agreements have already been in place with the sellers, we need to figure that out if we want to still continue those. And obviously there's benefits to that, but every buyer agent in the country should be informed about this change. So I'm going to host an all-company Zoom today about it.
People started to disrupt this industry. And now you've got this separation of value providers and people who are just existing in the industry and hoping to get paid.
Are we going to be on time today or are we going to be late?
Do everything we can to be on time here.
I'm sorry, Ben, what do you do here?
He does nothing.
All of that.
Get out of here.
Hit it.
Come on.
Oh.
Look at the. Oh, I don't think I have enough water.
I don't think you have enough water.
No, I don't.
Yeah, so that sounds like good. Everyone.
I always say this, I started with trainings with like literally one person there or two people there.
Exactly.
You just deliver the
It's
message.
it's cutting the fat, dude. Because the people that are there, like I see them taking notes.
Yep.
And they're asking the right questions. So
Yep.
I'm like, let's do this.
Awesome, bro. Way to go. That's huge leadership on your part. So amazing.
Thanks, dude. Thanks.
I'm headed to Walkley right now. I'm 7 minutes out on that.
You're gonna Walkley now?
Yep.
Sweet. All right.
So I'm going there. I'm with Denzel. We're gonna do a quick walkthrough, very brief, but I'm gonna get a good sense of the place, and then I gotta fly to Rhode Island.
Yeah, no worries.
So yeah. Okay. All right. So. Right now what I'm doing is I'm doing a full walkthrough here. Will's got a property that's going to the market. I want to say within the next couple of weeks. We're looking to see if there's any hurdles which may exist for a new buyer to come through here. So what could possibly be a hindrance for a new buyer to buy this property at the top price? It's never a question of like, will it sell? It's always a question of, will it achieve what our clients want? Oh, let's move this thing as fast as possible. Whatever, as long as it sells, I'll get paid. It's like, that's not the goal. You gotta see if your client wants max price, max convenience, or maximum amount of privacy. Okay. So I took pictures. I do feel good about it. I just, I feel like it's a missed opportunity if you just don't do it. It's that extra push, right?
If you don't do it the right way.
If you don't do it the right way.
You have to hit the market the best way possible.
Totally, dude. It looks like an REO right now. And it's like 5 to 10 grand away from being like, hey, we just moved out, but here's our awesome property.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would agree with you if you had staged that place, then it shows like a flip and it shows way better. It's like, now you're going to pop. All right, brother.
Thank you.
All right,
Safe
yeah, no
travels to Rhode Island.
Thanks, man. We'll talk to you. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hi, this is David Brooke, the owner of Brooke Group Real Estate, and I am excited to announce that my team... Look, I started the team because I saw a team that was next to my office, which was at Keller Williams at the time. And I remember talking to team agents on that specific group. And I had asked a guy how much he made. and I think he had done like 10 million or 12 million or something like that in a year. And he told me he made like 100 grand or maybe just over 100 grand. And I quickly did the math and I'm like, this guy's giving away half of his paycheck. And then the next month, I saw a bunch of people leave that brokerage and they were all on teams, and people would be like, yeah, you join a team to learn what to do, or you join our brokerage to learn what to do, and then you go to X, Y, and Z place because they'll give you a better split. And I was like, this whole thing is getting done incorrectly. Like, the idea is that these are three separate business models: the brokerage, the team, and the agent. And if they all work together really well, then all of a sudden, like, everyone wins. The broker wins, the team wins, the agent wins. But like, when it's done poorly, there's the only people who really win are the brokers. All I was saying is I saw a problem and I wanted to try to be a part of a solution, and thought maybe some people would want to do it this way. I'm not saying I have the only way. That is not the case. It's just, what would it look like if I was a team agent, if I was a buyer or a seller, if it was me who did it. Put yourself in the seat of the consumer. And for a team, put yourself in the seat of the team agent. That's just so baffling. People think like teams are just for people who I'm brand new, so I just need a bunch of training on how to fill in a purchase contract. That is the silliest thing I've ever heard. That's like, who needs coaching? Who needs a coach as an athlete? The guy who needs to learn how to do a free throw. Really? That's who needs a coach? Oh, I'm pretty sure that the best athletes in the world still have a coach. Why? Because they need to be reminded of the same things that they need to do every day. They need that accountability in order to stay on. Anything that lasts beyond your physical work and your hours that you have, anything that pervades apart from that is going to need another person. It's going to need a system that does it. And the person who is so consumed with, I have to be the only one who can touch it. My clients hired me and my clients want, go ahead and use your cell phone to make that call. That Apple runs an entire company. Go ahead and go to Starbucks and get your drink, but it takes an entire team in order to pour a cup of coffee. Can you pour the cup of coffee on your own? Yeah, you can pour it on your own. I make my own coffee at home too. But to provide something that lives beyond you and provide income from your family beyond you, and to provide you back time that you didn't have, means something needs to go beyond you, which is one of the biggest ego. I swear to you, ego is the biggest problem in real estate. It's the biggest problem. 15 minutes?
How long do we have?
15 minutes. We got Jet.
Bye, guys.
There was one day she came in my office in order to film me for a market update. And Molly and I had never said more than 5 words to each other for like what? Like babe, like what? Like 2 years, 3 years? I even sold her a condo and she had like 5 words to tell me. She was like, yeah, sure, whatever, sell it. I don't care. That's like all she ever said. She like literally didn't. I went for a listing presentation at Molly's house and I like had everything prepared with like all the comps and everything. And I was with her friend Jill, who was on our team at the time. And I was like, this is why your house is worth what? Like 149 or something like that. And I was like, yeah, so this is it. Here's all the graphs. And Molly was like, okay, cool. Talk to you.
No, then we like never talked.
We never talked again. And then one day, things had
He was
final.
like, do you want to go golfing with me? And I was like, what?
Yeah,
Why?
things were finalizing out with life and another era of my life. And then I was like, what would I do? Here's the question I asked myself. What would I do if I had no fear? John Chaplock had put me onto a book, and I was reading it, and I put it down, and I thought to myself, what would you do if you had no fear? And for whatever reason, Molly popped into my mind. We had not talked in what? Months? Like literally, like months. And I was like, I'd see what Molly Shanahan's up to. And I messaged her and I was like, hey, do you want to go golfing? And she was like, sure. And she thought I meant like at some point in time. And she was like, yeah, that sounds good. And I literally drove to her.
Showed up at
I showed up at her house. I showed up at her house and I said, here. And she was like, what? She had
I
like
didn't
no,
even know you knew where I lived.
and we literally spent every day of our life together since. I think there's only been like what, 10 days we've ever been apart total with
Yeah.
3 years. Look at it. There's Baker's Dozen coffee. Drive through.
Oh my god.
Just a quick one, Denzel.
Can you like
Maybe Denzel doesn't like staying up all night like you.
can you book a doctor's appointment so we can
I'm so healthy.
like his
Bro.
caffeine intake is insane.
How good is your coffee? Scale of 1 to 10. 10 being like amazing.
Alright, I'll give it like an 8, but I don't like coffee, so it's kind of not really.
What?
Yeah, bro. It's let me read it to you.
What do you want?
I don't want anything.
He doesn't want.
What is happening?
You got any matchas?
What?
You got matcha?
Matcha? No, we don't sell matcha, sorry.
This guy loves matchas. No. You know what? You got a donut in there? Get a donut for my wife. She's pregnant. She's about to give birth.
For your wife?
Yo, surprise me.
Well, what does she like?
She likes chocolate. She loves chocolate. But what? Shoot, we were gonna get decaf.
What are you saying we? You need decaf.
Denzel's like, don't include me in your bad decisions.
Here's your donut.
Welcome to the world, bud. Happy birthday.